What's going on, folks? SAP Dude here again. Happy to talk to you in another video. I hope you are all doing well in both professional and private life. In this video we will talk about one important topic in spare parts management. We will talk about so-called kitting. Let's jump straight to the topic. We are in Texas workshop. You know the client very well if you follow my YouTube channel. We implemented for them SAP S 4HANA PM/EAM module. We did it in the Ultimate course. What we gotta know is that SAP is just a system. Even perfectly implemented, it won't fix every problem clients are facing with. This can be because of political reasons, different views from different departments, big bosses, and stuff. Many reasons basically. In Texas workshop, the client is facing a series of issues with spare parts management. Even though the maintenance work is planned and scheduled pretty well, it happens that spare parts are not prepared in the warehouse on time. Like in this example, technician has to do the following work today. He enters the warehouse area. This is the place where the prepared spare parts should wait for him. Unfortunately, they are not. For this specific location, he is not authorized to look for the parts by himself on the shelves. It's a warehouse clerk doing this stuff for the technicians. For other small storages, of course, technicians handle that by themselves. But here the stock is owned by warehouse, and it means there is a miscommunication or a gap between warehouse and maintenance folks. It means the kitting process does not work as expected. But wait a minute, what does kitting mean? Kitting is the process of reserving and staging all required spare parts for a maintenance order before work starts, so maintenance can be executed without delays. It means we collect all the required spare parts and form a kit. From business process perspective, this is what it looks like. Of course, we start with the why. Why would we need spare parts from warehouse? This is where maintenance planner kicks in. He or she defines the scope of the maintenance job, whether it's predictive, preventive, or corrective work. We got a list of tasks inside to be done by internal or external crew. We also have a list of planned spare parts for this kind of work. Work gets released and scheduled. It means the demand date for the spare parts is now fixed. Now we switch to another persona/business role, warehouse clerk. He or she reviews the released orders, the list of spare parts, and checks the spare parts availability. And now is the time to prepare the kits. Warehouse person checks the maintenance orders, collects all the required spare parts from the warehouse. Kits are prepared. Now it's time to stage them in a defined area and confirm the kits are ready for maintenance work. Maintenance planner verifies the readiness of the kits and authorizes job execution. It's finally time for technicians to start the job. They collect the kits and execute the maintenance work. Of course, if something was not used from the kit, they return such parts back to the warehouse. And this is the pain point. This step, the handover from warehouse to maintenance, does not work well. Sometimes warehouse clerk calls them that kits are ready, sometimes he just mentions that during coffee break and stuff. We will now change it with SAP. Before I show you two proposals, I also want to make something ultra clear. In this video we are talking about inventory management approach. We ain't using EWM here in Texas Garage. For us, for maintenance, this is perfect. Simple approach, storage locations only, great. Of course, there are pros and cons of inventory management. It's simple but also very limited comparing to EWM. Let's go with the first option. Kitting confirmation as a phase code. You know face-based model and face codes from my other YouTube videos. If not, I strongly encourage you to have a look at those ones. Let's use our simple process flow in Texas Garage to understand what we're gonna do. Maintenance planner, here we will have maintenance orders created in SAP, then they get released and dispatched. Then over here, warehouse clerk can access something called Reservation List. He can basically list out planned spare parts for maintenance orders, filter it out for specific demand date, track if spare parts got issued already, and so on. The kits get prepared and staged in the defined location. And here we have something called confirmation. Now we're gonna digitalize it. Instead of emails, phone calls, coffee small talks, we give the warehouse guy access to maintenance orders. They got one small task to do. Once kitting is done, just select appropriate face code in the relevant maintenance orders. We will see it in action real quick. The rest of the process is the same, so let's jump into SAP. The following orders in Texas Workshop gotta be executed and completed later this week. Let's have a quick look into them. First one, vehicle lift mechanical overhaul, and these spare parts are planned for the work. Ball bearing, oil seal, 6 hex bolts and a V-belt. Second order, hydraulic press maintenance and the following list of planned components. Hex bolts, gasket, hydraulic hose, hydraulic vane pump. And the third one, workshop drive system upgrade. Spare parts, bolts, a filter, induction motor, gearbox. Okay, so here we got some heavy spare parts. What is the next step? Now warehouse clerk reviews the list of spare parts with so-called reservation list. We do it together with him via app manage reservation items. Storage location MRO is selected together with the Texas plant. And exactly, we see the components, requirement date, inside we see the work order number. And this is the time to put SAP away and do the physical work. It's time to prepare the kits. 3 work orders, so 3 separate kits. Warehouse guy gathers all the spare parts. Now it's time for staging. Depending on the size, he can use a bag, put spare parts inside and tag it with work order number, or just puts the paper with the work order and components list like this. And now he puts the kits to a specific area which is accessible for technicians. And here is the change. Now warehouse clerk confirms the kitting was done, but he does it in SAP. He finds the maintenance orders, goes into phase code details and sets the kitting phase code. Yes, I set it up in my system, it's not a standard code. Long story short, it's something like a user status, if you use such currently for your work orders. Again, if it's new to you, make sure you check out my other dedicated materials to phase codes. Kits are done for all the 3 orders, so we mark the phase code kitting, also for this one, and then for another one. Great. Kitting confirmed. This message is now visible in the maintenance work orders. Maintenance planner and technicians can now display the orders based on the phase control. We use the app Find Maintenance Orders and the field Phase Control. We select kitting done and we got the list of open work orders for which the spare parts are kitted in the MRO area. Simple and clear. Also important point, at this stage the spare parts are also issued to the work order by the warehouse clerk. It means the moment when they reach the kitting area. It means they are already consumed from the warehouse. This is the rule here in Texas Workshop and it works quite well. We didn't perform this step, I just mentioned it because in your case you may have a different approach. The second option to consider is having a separate storage location specifically for kitting area, where kitted spare parts are stored. However, it still makes sense to use the phase codes in the orders, otherwise the communication between warehouse and maintenance would be still messy. Warehouse clerk prepares the kits, and once done he sets the phase code in the orders and does the stock transfer from the warehouse storage location to kitting area. In this approach, technician has to do the consumption later. That's the difference between this and the previous solution. Plus, stock of the kitting area can be tracked, controlled, but it also requires additional administrative manual work in SAP. Before we finish, two things. Kitting in maintenance is way different than kitting in manufacturing. Same word, but different understanding, different ways of working. Second thing, what I showed you in this video was purely for inventory management approach. And I guess we could find one or two another ways of handling it. That's why if you have your own thoughts, experience to share in this topic, especially with EWM, feel free to share it here in the comments or by reaching me out on LinkedIn. I heard about a solution called field logistics, where MRO kitting is done in a different, better way, as SAP says. But since these are just gossips, I just leave for you a link to the community blog for this one. Let's see what the future brings. As always, I encourage you to consider subscribing the channel, spreading the knowledge further, and yeah, if you got any cool ideas related to PM/EAM, I'm happy to connect. Cheers!